Mark your calendars. Whether you love jewelry, pottery, glass, or woodwork, chances are you will find something to take home. More than 75 artists are gathering together next weekend for the 28th annual Cool Art Show. It's hosted by the Professional Association of Visual Arts. Christina Paluzik-McClure will be one of the jewelry artists there. And Lorraine here is going to be, she has her acrylics and pastels that she's going to be showing as well with the animals. Beautiful work behind us. But first, let's start with jewelry, because I am in love. I have an obsession with jewelry, and I'm fascinated that you were able to make these, create these. It really is an art form, right?
Yeah, it is, and it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of patience. So if you're having a bad day, this is not going to work out well. I play with fire, so things can like go up and melt pretty quickly.
Yeah. So how do you describe the jewelry that people can see at the show and jewelry that you create?
Well, at the show we have a variety. It goes from everything from nature to modern to pieces that are coming from reclaimed materials. I mean, you can find anything there, in fine metals from silver and gold to copper, aluminum, you name it. That's what they have. Now, as far as what I do, I work mainly in sterling silver. I'm very much influenced by nature, and so you're going to see a lot of that, but I like to add whimsical things to it, so it's not so serious. It's more fun. And I make basically everything out of sterling silver, sheet metal and wire, and I manipulate it, fabricate everything, and then I use different types of semi-precious gemstones.
I love it all. And Lorraine, I've fallen in love with your artwork this morning. You. Perfect that Busch Gardens was on today as well, because it fits right along. So tell us a little bit about what you're able to create, and it really is, it's spectacular up close and far away. That's what I love about it too. It's almost like you see kind of it differently depending on your perspective where you're at.
And most art should be seen from a distance that will draw you in, so you want to take a look at it closer. And what I'll be featuring at the Cool Art Show is my animal series, animal baby series that I call Unconditional Love.
I love it.
And so that is, they're all done with acrylic, and I rarely use a paintbrush. I use palette knives.
Really?
And it's just like somebody's plastering a wall or putting grout on. I'm just taking paint very thick, layering it on, because I love to see texture, and I love nice broad strokes. And what I try to do is I try to get the feeling of the animal. So at one point the painting tells me where it wants me to go and almost what color it needs next. And the painting just dictates so much. And I try to capture also the spirit and the emotional factor of whatever animal I'm painting.
And you did it beautifully. I'm so excited to see more of your work as well. And you don't just do animals, but that's what's going to be featured, you know, at the art show, right?
Right. Yeah, I do Florida scenes. I do all sorts of landscapes, seascapes, other animals like domestic animals, and totally abstract work as well, which is again just similar to anything you're working with, composition and form and color. And then I do pastels as well, and sometimes very realistically. So a little gamut. But what I will be featuring only at Cool is my animal series in acrylic.
So let's talk about the show, and again, a lot of talented artists coming together. And the best part of it is this is why it's called the Cool Art Show.
That's right.
Number one, it's probably the best feature. It's inside.
Exactly.
Here we are in July. What a great place to have it. So tell people where it's at and where what to expect when they're there.
It's at the Coliseum in St. Petersburg. Very easy to get into it. It's free parking, free admission. Like you said, air conditioned.
Yes.
Also beverages and food concessions, so you don't even have to leave the Coliseum. You can spend the entire day, look at some beautiful arts and crafts, buy some beautiful arts and crafts.
Well, and we were talking about price budget too. I mean, there's really something for everybody there. I think sometimes people might, you know, think that, oh, it's an art show, I won't be able to afford anything, but there really is a lot of variety, especially at a show like this, right?
Yes, it ranges in all different price ranges, so there's always something that you can afford there. But it is a fine art and craft show, so it's of a little bit of a higher caliber too.
Is it juried, or how do you get into this show, which I think is it's not just anybody can get, you know, get in, right?
No. You're in front of a jury, or your artwork goes up in front of a jury, and they decide which ones go in, which ones go out, and it's only limited to about 75 artists.
Yeah.
And that's why also, because it's so small and intimate, you're not going to see...
75 is small?
Small considering the outdoor shows that have a cast of thousands. But you're going to see a lot of different mediums. So you're going to see jewelry, and you're going to see painting, and you're going to see sculpture and pottery and so many things. So it's one of the best. and most people mark it on their calendar, and every year they want to come back.
Well, I'm excited. I want to go. So, ladies, thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you for having
mark
us.
your calendars 2 days, right? Next
2
week,
days,
Saturday
yes.
and Sunday.
Saturday
Free
and
admission,
Sunday,
free parking.
10 to 5.
Both days, yep.
And again, rain or shine, you don't have to even worry about the rain.
And come visit me in booth 25.
And I'm in booth 65.
Awesome. We'll be there. Thank you, ladies, both so much.
Thank you so
talented.
much.
Thank you.